Hey guys, welcome back to Misrepresented. I'm Ramina Ashfaque,
And I'm Lisa Opie.
and we are here to talk about.
I guess like the hardships of being a successful woman or a female entrepreneur. But can you believe this is our third episode
I
already?
know,
Oh my
wow,
gosh.
we can talk forever.
I know, seriously.
This is why I wanted to do this, because we need to talk forever.
I know, it's like we're just hanging out, but then it's recorded.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it is hard, right? Honestly, any kind of success is like really hard through pageants, Instagram, social media, but owning a business as a woman is like so hard. I feel like I work 3 times as hard for half the credit and half the opportunities and half the income that a man would make. And I always think like how much more successful would I be if I was a man?
I mean, I just started this, so I'm only just now starting to feel it, but I do feel it too.
Yeah, nobody takes you seriously. And part of the reason why I broke off from Vizcaya was because we started that business together and it was all he provided was like a very small investment, very small, but it covered legal fees and like all the like, logistics of
Yeah, that's the
having a
stuff
business.
pretty much, yeah.
And it's expensive. So he was like, yeah, I'll
It is.
cover it, but I'm going to take 51% of your company. And I was like, okay, like whatever. Like I needed the money. I was like, I'll take it. It's fine. What could happen? He's my partner, right? I mean, there were like a lot of turbulent moments in the business, but the hardest part was like when people thought he was like the owner because he was the man. And it's so wrong in so many ways. There's a lot of times where I'm like, can you handle this because you're a man, so they're going to take you more seriously than if I spoke up. And I hate that it has to be that way, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, I've experienced very little so far, but I have experienced it. I mean, I only launched like a month ago. So,
And you already know, right? Like, do you
yeah,
ever think like if I was a man, how different would your business be? Like how
yeah,
much
my fiance has ownership, like equity in my company because he did help me with investment. I think that's what
I mean, we're in
happens
the
with
same.
us. It's like you're a girl and so
Yeah, and
it
it's
just,
nice. You have that level of comfort, and
yeah,
I wouldn't change that for the world, especially for your first business. Like,
yeah,
have that support.
yeah. No, I have the support. But yeah, no, I see it sometimes. I feel like we were somewhere and I feel like I felt it a couple times where they were like kind of leaning towards him as if this was his. But then
Probably
he
like
would
your meetings at the doctor's office and things like
no,
that
because
when you're like going to the med spas
well, they
or
know it's me because they talk to me
okay.
directly. But like
Yeah.
when we're in public with together and like people don't know me or like whatever, but then he'll say like, "Oh no, this was all her,"
Oh,
and then
I love that.
I'm like, because it was all
Yeah,
me.
but the
like,
fact that he has to say
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that he has to say it, and then like my experience with, oh man, do I talk about this?
Yeah, you have to now that you brought it up.
In the hospital. You know, I did not get the support that I thought I would have. I felt I had all the support from the females. The female leadership
Wow.
in the hospital were so supportive,
I
and I'm
love
honestly
that.
so grateful for that. And I'm actually
Yeah.
kind of shocked that sometimes because sometimes women can be a certain way towards women
Competitive
and
or
whatever.
jealous. Yeah.
Oh my God, they were so supportive, and they were like, "Oh, well, we can do this, and you can do this, and we can help you with this," and and it's like that was incredible. But then it was like, then there's the director. That's a man. I just felt it in my bones. It's like he just wants to shut me down.
Wow.
And everyone felt it. Everyone feels it. And I'm just like keeping my head down, as much as I can because I'm like, you know what? I'm still here. It is what it is. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna rise above, keep going. And that's the only way to really do that. But yeah.
I mean, what did he do? Like, go into the specifics.
I mean, he just makes comments and like, oh,
Yeah.
like that's like, it's just like it just felt very like he kept use the words like, oh, I want to support you, but but it's like
No, I
people are
remember
trying
like
to like cause some issues with like what they look like. They're not exactly like this, or like the sleeves need to go out a little more. Like I'm just like, this is so stupid.
no, it was pretty recent, right? Where like they pulled you in and they're like, these aren't like up to like what the code or whatever of like this office, so like people can't be wearing ash or something like that.
No, it wasn't that.
There was something where he tried to like shut it down and like blamed corporate or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was. I mean, that was just the whole, like, I was just surprised, like, the females were so supportive, and then the males were like,
Isn't that surprising?
no.
Because
And
it's
it's
almost
like,
like,
I'm like, what? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
The way, like, in media and, like, things like that, they pit the girls against each other. Like, Mean Girls is the perfect example, right? And,
Yeah.
like, the media portrays women to be, like, petty and against each other. But I swear, like, especially in an industry where, like, my customers are all women, they are the most empowering and supportive people. So I feel like I surround myself with those women that are, like, on the same level, and there's really no drama in my life at all. The drama, honestly, it comes from the guys.
Yeah.
The guys.
Yeah, I guess so. It's like, I mean, that's like another thing that we'll, touch base on is like, the people you surround yourself with is like
Absolutely.
what makes you in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that, I think it's so important to keep those people around. That's why, like, I think me and you are like so close, because like we have that mentality, and like there's never ever been a drama between me and you.
I'm trying to think. No, it's always other people around us. And they
Never.
try to, like, start
Never.
drama. We're not gonna name names. But yeah, now I'm like, my mind is reeling, and I'm just thinking about in hair and makeup. But I've noticed as a makeup artist and hairstylist, like, I do lose bookings to, like, the men. And I still hire mostly women. I would say Lady Code is probably like 98% female. And I love that. They're so drama free. They work so hard. They're so great at what they do, and they deliver. So I do that. Like, I do my part in the industry. But personally, I do see, like, that, especially at high levels, like, men are chosen over women. And now you're even seeing that in, like, Sephora, because the men that have been chosen, and I hate to, like, start this war, but, like, Makeup by Mario, Patrick Ta, Patrick Star, you walk into Sephora and it's like all these male names and male brands, and then you look around at Sephora and you see the women that are buying everything, and I'm like, something is really off here.
Industry, so I don't really know too much about the whole makeup thing, but I don't use any of I use all women products.
I love that. Well,
but I not intentionally. Like, I just now I think about it, I'm like, I don't really own.
But, like, nothing against them, because I know that they have
No.
their own hardships, they have their own battles,
Everyone has
and
their
they have
hardships.
overcome so much to be where they are today. So they work so hard, and it's like we're all in this together, and I just hope that, like, we just have the same opportunities.
And another thing is, like, funny is, like, when you're like successful or beautiful or whatever, people always think like you're mean. I get that all the time. People meet me and they're like, oh no, like, I thought you were gonna be the biggest B word, and then they're like, you're the nicest person I've ever met. I'm like, okay.
Oh my god,
Like,
you're such a pageant girl. The B word. She's pageant-fied.
I pageant-fied on my podcast. Yeah, but everyone, like, says that. Like I know I have, like, RBF. Like, I know, like, but I'm also very shy when I meet people. So I think that comes off sometimes, like,
imagine, like, how many, like, besties, like, we missed out on just because, like, they probably thought, like, we hated them or something.
I'm just
like,
shy.
people avoid us.
Very shy.
I'm very shy too.
Like, in the beginning, I'm so shy, and I think as I'm getting older, I get more shy. I don't know. I caught myself being like that.
Really?
I feel like I was so much more outgoing when I was younger.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, like, I'm just like, oh, hi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, wait. So, like, what did you think about me when we first met?
You were so nice to me, like, right off the bat. Like, I can't remember, like, you have RBF too, but, like, we started talking.
RBF so bad.
Yeah, but we started talking, and I'm like, she's so nice, like,
oh my god,
so nice. And I always tell my friends that, like, my other friends, I'm like, when they see you, I never want anyone to have, like, an image of you, because you're not, like, you have this, like, big image of, like, you have, like,
the
you're
influency.
just the influency image, but it's like, but you're the nicest person in my life, and that's why I love keeping you so close.
Oh,
because you're the best.
Yeah. And I feel like hopefully this podcast will, like, highlight our personalities, because, like, on Instagram and stuff, it's so static, and you just see, like,
photos.
It's like, oh, another influencer, like, scroll, and, like,
I know, and I'm getting tired of posting too now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, oh, like, just another picture in an outfit.
And, like, now it's just time to, like, share, like, who we are with the world, and, like, put
especially since I started the business. I'm like, I'm so much more focused on the business than, like, influencing. Is that a word? And modeling. I told you today, I'm like, I hate modeling. Like,
oh my gosh, you were so tired today.
I know. I'm like, oh my god, I don't like this anymore. Like, when I was younger, I loved it. It was so fun. But now I'm just like,
I love all of it. I just feel like I have so much fun in production.
No. It's a lot of fun. Like, I love doing it, but, like, man, I'm just like, now I feel like I can sit behind the snes more.
Really?
In front of you.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, not this, but
Yeah, of course not. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I have so much fun in like every aspect of it. I really think I'll be like 98 years old with like a walker or like a cane and I'll still be like a fashion nova.
Yeah.
If they would still hire me.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah.
I want to be the Ash Scrubs of Fashion Nova.
Oh my
The Scrubs of
gosh.
Fashion Nova.
Oh, you
Wait.
will be for sure. Yeah, but
That's
no,
the
not
goal.
Fashion Nova.
Not
I mean,
Fashion
I
Nova, but
love
like
them. They're so great, but like I feel like you're just gonna be like more luxury.
that's the goal. I've
Yeah,
wanted more luxury.
for sure.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy, and I know you've experienced this starting a business, is like when you launch, you're like, okay, I have all of these friends and they're so supportive and they're so excited for me and they're like hyping you up all the way through. And then you launch and the people that are buying your stuff is like none of your friends in your network. I see that all the time. It's like they're
Yeah.
like the people, there's a quote and it was like a client will become your friend before a friend will become a client.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's so true. And like a lot of my clients have become my friends, but it's always like not like disappointing, but like you really expect more from them. And it's like, why is there this silence?
Yeah.
And
I
sometimes
felt
like
that.
people get really quiet when you're successful. And I'm like, okay, it's time for
And
like
it's
a
hurtful.
new group of
And
friends.
people think like, oh, we're being this and that and we're too much. But like,
Mm-hmm.
we're just trying to better our lives. Because
Exactly.
I just always want to be independent and have something of my own. I don't want
Exactly.
someone to work over me. And I think people need to understand that when you're busy, you're just doing your own thing.
For sure.
It has nothing to do with, I don't know, like trying to be somebody. Like, oh, like, I don't
No,
know. It
not
has
at all.
nothing
But
to do
it's
with
like
that. Like,
we work so hard and sacrifice so much to
yeah,
be there.
I
Like when,
sacrificed a lot. I went, this during this whole business process.
yeah, you went through a lot
Yeah.
personally too. So it's just like really, I don't know what it is. It's just really hard to see when I post like a new product. Well, new products, they're supportive. Let's do billboard, magazine covers.
Mm-hmm.
Those things, oh my gosh, does it get quiet in the comments? But the stories are popping, and I'm like, okay, I know what's going on here. It's time for some new friends.
But you know how that goes.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
it is what it is.
It is what it
I've
is.
learned that too, because I think like in other people's perspective, they just think you're just being too much.
I get that.
That's why
Mhm.
I think, I like to look at both sides. I'm like,
Yeah.
like if I was just, whatever. And I like to ask people like what they think of me and stuff like that too. And I try to prove to them that I'm just here to like live, like I'm not doing anything to like outgrow anyone or outdo anyone or
But
like
you cannot
like
slow down for those people,
oh
Ramina. Like it's
no,
like I
don't.
don't care what these people
No,
think.
I don't.
Like
I just keep going because this is my
yeah,
life. Like I
exactly.
want to enjoy my life and travel and do that stuff and have my money being made as I do those fun things. Like I don't want to work for anybody. I learned that from this job. Like
Yeah.
being, from this nursing job. Like I've always kind of been like that. Like I have a little bit of a problem with authority. So like
Oh no.
it just has to do with like I think that has to do with that. So like I don't like, people telling me what to do.
Yeah.
Just so all of our success has to do with our own personal goals.
Exactly. It's a personal journey.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a lot of growth. A lot of
Yeah.
growth. And I just feel like the higher you rise up, it gets really lonely at the top.
That's how I feel
And I'm not
sometimes.
mad about it. I'm really
I
proud
don't
of
know.
my small
Sometimes I'm
circle.
upset.
Don't get upset.
Sometimes I get upset.
No.
It gets quiet. Yeah. I'm like, okay. I mean, I guess.
I just feel like it's really important to have a small circle. And like, yeah, I don't have a lot of friends and I love that. I'm not like a big party person. I love
Oh no, I
that.
hate doing anything. But like, I go to sleep at 10.
I know,
Like
we
that's
live in Miami and like what do we do?
No,
We
no,
work.
no. We work. Yeah. That's like us. That's our personality.
It is.
And I think that comes from pageantry because I think, like I said, once we start bringing these girls in on our podcast, we will really touch
Oh,
on all these
100%.
topics because all these girls that I know,
Amazing
all they want
stories. Yeah.
is just ambition and success and like to keep
Ramina,
growing.
I swear, if it wasn't for pageants, like I would be on the streets right now. Like
I
I'm
don't know
not
what
even
I would do.
joking.
I
Yeah,
couldn't think
like
of it. I'm like,
who would I
where
be
would I
without
be?
pageants?
Well,
It's really who I am.
Yeah, I don't know what I would be doing. I don't know how I would be as a person. I feel like that made me who I am today.
Oh, me too. It's
Yeah.
literally like, what would my businesses be? Like, it's
I don't
literally
know.
like I would be a lawyer working in an office. Like,
I don't
ugh.
know. I mean, I'm a nurse. Listen, don't get me wrong. I love nursing. The part of like helping people and saving lives and stuff.
It's so amazing.
It's amazing. Like
Yeah.
I've learned so much knowledge through this. Like the people I've met, like I take this experience to heart, you know? I do love it. It's just, it's the other part of it that I don't like, you know, like people have, like,
The management. It's
man,
always
it's
that,
always
right?
like that. And like, also, I want to work on my own hours. And I think, like, you know, like, I want to wake up when I want to wake up. And we still work long hours, though, me and you.
Oh, let me tell you.
24/7. Having a business is 10 times worse. But when you're doing something that you love, you don't care.
Listen, we've had our days where we're working probably like 24 hours and like not sleeping, and we're doing the work of like 10 people. Like we're working 10 times harder.
Yeah,
with more
I do
hours,
from A to Z
everything.
with my business right now.
Exactly.
Just the beginning.
Yeah. And you thought like it would be easy, but you know what? Like
no, but I love it.
Yeah.
So I have no problem with it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I feel like you really do have to love what you do.
For sure.
Yeah.
And like it's just so exciting. It's just like having this project and like watching it grow. It's like your baby. It really is.
It is my baby.
Yeah.
Like I like just like, you know, like I said, it's just it all started from a piece of paper.
And it takes about 9 months. I always say that. Like a palette takes 9 months. It's like having a baby.
Yeah, mine I worked on it for almost a year before I launched. Almost a whole year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the craziest part was I kept it a secret the whole year. You were one of the only people that knew about this.
Oh my gosh.
Remember?
I kept it a secret for you.
Yeah,
my hair is full of secrets. I can keep a secret.
Yeah, I didn't tell anybody about it because I'm also very like, I don't know if you believe in this, but like I believe in like we call it Nazar. It's called evil eye, yeah. So I don't tell people about anything, even about with all the pageant stuff. I never told anybody I was even entering until it was announced.
Wow.
Yeah.
For Miss Grand.
For anything.
Okay.
Like ever.
You're one of those.
Yeah, I have to be. I feel so like I have to protect my peace and your energy, and my project and my baby and like my, you know.
Yeah.
And then I release it when it's time.
Yeah, I mean it's almost like our Harper's Bazaar shoe. Yeah. Like we're like, okay, do we post it? No, because you never know what could happen, right? Like
nothing could fall through the day before.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, better to be safe. But you know what? Now it's out there, so so fun. Well, this was our episode 3. I mean, I'm just loving podcasting. Like I feel like I could do this all day. So I'm really sad to wrap it up.
Yeah. But I really hope you guys like it and stay tuned for episode 4.
Can't wait. See you next week.